Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Unabridged from the Primus server. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing some more work on the sky base, which, let's be honest, it looks like a hot mess. It is terrible, it is ugly, it is scary, and I need to get to actually making it look halfway decent. Because right now, it looks just about anything other than halfway decent. Well, our Ender Quarry's been going for a while. So I've got myself all sorts of goodies now. I got tons of stone and all sorts of cool stuff like that. And that is exactly what I'm going to need to beautify this base. So let's grab our builder's wand. Let's grab all this lovely smooth stone right here. And let's get to work. So I know that I want this to be essentially an island in the sky. I got plenty of room to work. And I do want to give myself some space in here that I can get around in here and do conduits and things like that. So I'm thinking that should be enough space, and we'll just kind of start this right in the center. And then we can start doing some of this kind of stuff. And the builder's wand is going to make this go way, way faster than it would be otherwise. So we're just gonna... Oh man, this is gonna take an insane amount of stone. But that's alright. We'll make it work. Now, I've never really done anything like this before, so it's gonna be interesting to see if I can even pull it off, because I have no idea. This might end in a horrible disaster. We'll have to find out. Let's see. Let's go right about here. And one thing about making big ol' islands like this is that you don't want them to look completely natural. However, I do want this to have a generally circular shape around this area. So, what I propose, there's an item from Extra Utilities. Maybe it's called something else. It's like the something guide. Here we go, the building guide, which is just glass plus a torch. So pretty easy to make. Let's grab some glass out of here. Actually, let's just throw a torch in there. And grab you, and bam, builder's guide. Now, I've never actually used this thing before, so I have no idea how it works. But we're going to give it a try, see what we think. Let's find the center, which of course is right where my bed is. Naturally. Bed, you go here. That's fine. So center would be right there. And let's go ahead and put that builder's guide down. And let's see here. I'm not exactly sure how this works. 10 by 8 by 11? Oh, here we go. Cylinder, cuboid, dome, triangle, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, sphere. I guess cylinder mode? 11 by 10 by 10. Does it actually show the projection? No? Do you control right click? Oh wow, that thing's huge. I know I need it to be pretty big. Like large big. But I'm not really sure how I get it to show. Maybe it needs a redstone signal. I've never used this thing before, as I said. Let's see, do I have a lever? I do. One lever. Let's give this a try. Haha! Got it. So, redstone signal, and ooh, that is definitely not the shape I want. Let's see if we can change that up a little bit here. So, 5, 1, 0. Okay, so actually... Oh, I see. So it essentially pushes these out as far as you want them to go. Oh, got it. Well, that's pretty nifty. Let's push that out a bit more. Let's push that out a little bit more. Oh, that brings it back. Okay. So essentially it only has a few dimensions it can play around in. How's that look for size? Yeah, that looks pretty good for a sky island, I think, if it's going to be this big. But I think I'm going to want it bigger than that. Hard to say. Let's just do this. Let's just go ahead and start building our way out there. And this is where it's going to be a little harder. Oh, not quite as hard as I'd thought. We might actually be okay. Okay, so actually it's relatively easy to follow the guide. You just have to kind of follow the light. Oh, I can't believe I've never used this thing before. This thing is awesome. I like it. I like it quite a lot, actually. Alright, guys, let me get a good portion of this all built, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, guys, I got that all filled in, so now I think it's time to turn this off and go admire our handiwork. And that actually looks pretty darn good. That turned out really well. So now all I will have to do, and this is going to be the time-consuming part, is grab the builder's wand and start filling this in. That might take a little while. Alright guys, I'm going to get that done as best I can, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, I am back, and I am almost done filling in this whole thing with smooth stone. And I have come to the realization that this project is going to take a lot longer than I thought it was. So I'm thinking a lot of this is probably going to get done off camera. Just because we're talking hours upon hours. It's taken me roughly 15 minutes or so to do just this one layer. And when this thing is done, it's probably gonna be 50 layers, maybe more, with additional detailing and all sorts of, yeah, this is gonna take way longer than I thought. So, I think with that said, there's a few things that need to happen before we continue. So first and foremost, I really need one of these, a Magnum Torch. And for that I need a potion of healing and a potion of regeneration. Now I don't know that I actually have a blaze rod. Doesn't look like it. So let's head into the Nether and see if we can get our hands on one. Actually, before I do that, yeah, let's go and do that first. Alright guys, I am back, and I am scouring the Nether, and I have not found a single blaze. It looks like all the blaze spawners have been borrowed, shall we say? I think not, gassed. Ooh, did you drop a tear for me? Tear? You did. You dropped a tear directly into the lava, I'm sure. Anyway, it looks like pretty much all the blaze spawners have already been claimed. I'm looking, and I don't think I'm going to find one. I think everybody grabbed a blaze spawner except for me. And I don't particularly want to go running off super far. So, maybe what I'll do is I'll just head back and see if... let's just knock a hole in this wall. Maybe I'll just head back and see if I can find myself a brewing stand, because that's really all I need. Oh, and you know what? Come to think of it, I didn't even have any nether wart. So it's probably a good thing that we came. Let me gather some of this stuff up, guys, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, guys, I am back. And I don't know if you can hear it, but our prayers have been answered. There's a couple of blazes right here. And I will kill them and take the blaze rods, and then I'll take this stuff too, because that could be handy. You never know. Oh, more loots? Nothing super amazing. Over here? Anything? Looks like this is actually an unexplored area of this nether fortress, which is pretty darn surprising, considering... I mean, we're relatively close to the nether spawn. We're not super far away from it. And there's a blaze spawner thing. I'm going to mark this. Waypoint. New. Blaze spawner. Save. Might want that for later. So I'm just going to mark that. Ooh, hello, Ardite. And I'll take that too. I don't believe I have a diamond dolly or a cardboard box on me. Yeah, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Alright guys, well, I did get everything I need, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and head back to base, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, I am back at base, and we got some pretty decent loot to drop off in here, including a wither skeleton skull, always useful. I should probably drop some of my tools and things into the energetic infuser to recharge them, just to be safe. There we go. And then we need to see what goes into making this Magnum Torch. So, I do know that I'm going to need a, what's it called, a brewing stand. Although, we could possibly go with an enhanced brewing stand. Let's just go with the basic one for now. I think that's probably a better idea. There we go. Let's just make one of those. And I'll grab one oak log to put it right here. Like so. And then we're going to need glass bottles. Let's find out, actually, before we do that. Let's take a look at the Magnum Torch again. And we're going to need... Okay, so 2 different types of potion. I think we're going to make 2 batches of glass bottles. Here we go. Let's just do that. And then I'll grab a little bit of nether wart. And we'll grab this water. And I suppose the closest source of water now is going to be basically down here. So let's just fill those up so we can turn them into awkward potions. And... oh, there we go. So we'll put 3 of those in there and 1 nether wart. Now let's take a look while we're waiting on that to brew. What actually goes into these potions? I can never remember my vanilla potions. So let's go Magnum Torch again. So we need a potion of healing, which is melon. Ooh, do I have any melon? Oh, I do, thankfully. Okay. And some gold nuggets. And there we go. And then the other one is regeneration, which is just a gas tier. Okay, I should have, yep, I got a couple of those. All right, I think we'll be good. And then I just need a couple pieces of glowstone dust. All right, so the other thing we're going to need is chandeliers, and those are kind of pricey, but I think I should be okay. How many of those do we need? 5? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Had just enough torches in there to do that. And let's go for our QED. Let's actually go... what is the thing called? An Enderflux crystal, that's what it is. Let's actually make a couple of those too. Ooh, I'm actually out of Eyes of Ender. All right. Let's just make a few more of those, and then we'll do 3 of those. Okay. That should now be pretty much everything we need, except we need to put that in there. And then we can just set this thing up and put you there. And it was like this, along with 2 logs. And then we just got to brew this one too. So I'm going to finish brewing this up, guys, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and we've got the potions all finished up. So now we're going to get that thing going, and this is going to spit out a Magnum Torch for us in just a moment here. This is going to be really important, because if you can't tell, this is like prime mob spawning ground right here. So if I don't get a Magnum Torch down or light up this entire area, I'm going to have mobs galore down here, and I don't want that. So we'll get the Ender Torch, the Magnum Torch right here instead. That'll be a nice simple solution. And I think I'm just going to put it right here. I think this is a perfect spot for it. We'll just plop it down, and that will prevent anything from spawning naturally within, I believe it is 64 blocks, which is way bigger than what this is. I think this is like 30 blocks in each direction or something like that. So this thing has plenty of range to it. And that should keep our mob problems in check. Now, I also want to grab a little bit of this. Or was it this one? It may be this one. To patch that hole back up, it's that one. Okay, there we go. And then we can probably put our QED away. Now, there was some really good comments and suggestions on the previous videos. One of them was regarding the Ender Quarry that we have set up in the Deep Dark right now. He said it would be better to use Tesseracts, and I will definitely plan to do so. I think it's about, 80% of the way done with the initial 100 by 100 block area that I gave to it. So once that's done, then I'm going to have to basically tear it down and set it back up again, is my plan, and I'm just going to use Tesseracts. I'm also probably going to take that big reactor that's over there apart and just kind of integrate some of the components with this one, so I have one big reactor going instead of 2. I think that would be a much better idea. I've also noticed that Wayla seems to have gone missing from the HUD. There was a mod, I don't know what that is. I thought maybe I accidentally disabled it somehow, or maybe I somehow accidentally deleted it from the mod pack, or maybe it wasn't there in the first place and I'm just losing my mind, which is certainly a possibility, but I swear we had Wayla. What am I looking at? Which would, you'd put your cursor on a block and there'd be a little pop-up up in the top middle that would say, this is Oakwood, or whatever. And I don't know what I did. I'll have to look into that. But what else? Man, there's just so many things that I want to get done that I just don't have time for today. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to bring this episode to a close right here. We did get the Magnum Torch set up. We did get kind of the base groundwork for the island laid. This is going to be a massive project, I can already tell. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.